If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video?
The first time in my adult life, I'm finally in a healthy relationship. Long story short, my boyfriend found me on this Instagram page. We're both Greek and they shouted me out. He saw me. The rest was history. It started in the DMs. I liked what he was saying. I gave him my number and we began to text and FaceTime. I was busy the summer that he met me, and we first started talking, I think, early June of 2022. I told him, if you can give me till August, you can come to New Jersey to visit me. And visit me he did. From the moment he walked off the plane, it was like we had already known each other. Like we'd spent a lifetime together and we were just seeing each other again. I was picking him up from the airport. Immediately, we roll into laughing and joking and having a good time. And it just felt right, felt perfect. So his first visit to Jersey was great. I had already had a trip planned to Houston in September with some of my line sisters. And I told him, and he was like, there's no way you're going to be in Texas and I'm not going to see you. So he drove 3 hours from Dallas, got a hotel, told me, let me know when he has some free time. I'll come pick you up. And I hung out with my girls. And then when I was ready to see him, I let him know. He picked me up and we had a good time. And we did that for 2 days. He was in the fire academy at the time, so he had driven up for the weekend. In Houston, we realized we should probably keep this thing going. So we agreed to see each other once a month back and forth. So I would go to Dallas. He would come to Jersey, and we just made it work. We made it happen. Essentially, everything just flowed so well. November of 2022, he asked me to be his girlfriend. And if my face looks familiar, it's from a viral video on TikTok where the waiter brought on a plate that said, will you be my girlfriend? There's a video of us in a plane, this whole cute little shindig or whatever. I'm Big Jordy, not the little one. I don't want to bore you with the details, but say all this to say, January of 2023, he asked me if I would want to move to Dallas, and it sounded crazy because I'm like, we just been dating for a little bit, but I loved him, and it's like my spirit knew I loved him, and every interaction we had ever had, every comment from our friends and family was like, that's your person. So I could only deny it but for so long. So he asked me in January. I said yes. By February, around my birthday, I was absolutely resolute, and I started preparing myself to move to Dallas. Now, obviously, a move like this is a very, very big deal. I'm moving away from everybody that I know and love, well, except him. So it took a lot of adjusting and preparation, but how I knew this is my man for real, I was never alone in that ever. The planning, the apartment hunting, the how I tell my friends and family, he never made me feel like this is your thing to do and we become a unit when you move here. He held my hand through it all. And then when I got down here, I saw the way he cared for my heart the entire time. But there's nothing like laying next to your person every day. There's nothing like waking up to them and we literally ask each other, what do you need? How can I make your day better? How can I support you? These are the conversations that we have day in and day out. One of the things that I absolutely love most that I didn't have in a previous relationship is the way that he really cared to have a relationship with my mom. So I'm very close to my mom. I feel like I have a very small, tight-knit family. And not to say I wouldn't be with him if he and my mom didn't necessarily love each other, but it just makes it so easy that he doesn't shy away from having his own relationship with her. We have a family group chat amongst the three of us. We have a family group chat with his mother. And then those two text and talk on the phone on their own. And I just think that is so beautiful because I never have to worry about, is there going to be a pain point between our families? And then this may be a trivial thing, but we like to pretend that social media is not a big deal. But social media is very much a big deal. We interact on it every day. We show love on it. We show distaste for things. It strikes discourse. So we can't pretend that social media is not a thing in relationships. And from the beginning, he's wanted the world to know I'm his girl. And I don't take that as a validation of our relationship, but an extension of the way that we express our love. And I've never been a secret. He's never hidden me. It's never been I don't want people to know our business. You know what I'm saying? When we were dating and just visiting each other a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong. We would post a knee, a hand or whatever. But, from the moment that he really knew I was his girl, the moment I realized that's my man for real. Why are we shying away from sharing our joy and our happiness? I mean, we're cautious about what we say and how much we share. But it's no secret that we love the fuck out of each other. And, we want people to see that, to see the beautiful things. So often, there are people who look like us who don't feel that they can get these things. And I want women to know that if you're a black girl, you can have a good love too. I say all this to say, in my journey to being single and then dating him, I was very strict with what I accepted. If a man was exhibiting behaviors that I knew I didn't want, there's no room for potential. Like another TikTok creator said, like, he got to come fully potential, you know? And I'm sure he felt the same about me. But I wasn't accepting anything that I didn't want, anything that I couldn't see my adult self with. So I was in my late 20s when I met him. I was 27, turning 28 when I got single. I was 28 when I met him. I'm 29 now. And I just knew that as I prepare myself for my 30s, I want to be with the love of my life, not somebody I'm fooling around with. So, yeah, that's my man. And you can have that too. Just only accept what you really want out of a partner. And don't shy away from it when you get it. So, good luck.